Would I be the a-hole if I quit my high-paying job that I hate to follow my passion, but in doing so would mean I'd have to cut off my son? I promised I'd ensure he'd make it through college debt-free. I have been reading this message board for almost a day, but with that, this is my first ever Reddit post. So please forgive me if I make any mistakes. I am a 52-year-old mother of two kids, age 26 girl and 20 boy. My husband and their father was killed in a car accident 14 years ago, and I have never dated and obviously never remarried. That is not the reason for this post. Just setting some background. I had been a very happy stay-at-home mother who was jolted into reality with no work experience, a near-worthless college degree, and 2 school-age kids. I was lucky enough that insurance and lawsuit were enough to pay off our mortgage, so we never lost our home. But the first 2 years were a struggle like I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. Through sheer good luck and timing, I got a job working as a receptionist for a large local company. I very quickly saw a massive inefficiency, and in my first 2 months I was able to save the company over $1 million. As such, I was promoted, kept getting promoted, was offered stock and even a chance to buy into the company. And now I am sales VP. It's a miracle from where we were 14 years ago, but I despise my job. I literally get stomach aches on the way into work every morning and have to sit in my car and scream in order to even walk through the door. I am proud of what I've done, but my blood pressure is through the roof, and I am very unhappy. A few weeks ago, my friend started a local coffee shop, and all I want to do is go work for her for minimum wage and tips. She is struggling, but she is very happy. She has regular customers who appreciate her and are happy to see her every morning. She has nice men that come in, and I'll sit at my desk dreaming that maybe I'll find a connection with one of them, find some sort of companionship. A startup coffee shop doesn't have a great shot, but even then I could get some experience and work at Starbucks. My company would be willing to buy out my stake, but that would have to be my forever money, and I would have to gladly cut back to much more of a subsistence lifestyle. Now on to my 2 kids. When I started making legitimate money, one of the promises I made my kids was that I would ensure they made it through college. After our 2-year struggle, I never wanted to see them in debt. My daughter ran with this, went to a local school, lived at home, got straight A's, and she is now starting her first year as an oncology resident. My son went to an out-of-state school, rented a high-end apartment he found on Instagram, probably did an incredible amount of drugs, who knows what with women, and spend as much money in his first 6 months of college as my daughter did in for years. The money I'd saved for him was gone. I made a huge error in judgment in thinking he could responsible with his money, and I provided no oversight. He was also put on academic probation because he failed every single class. His second semester was a little better, and I moved him into the dorms. He got a C average and did a little better. Well, I just got the grades from his 3rd semester last fall, and again he failed every class. Somehow he was also able to take out over $25,000 in credit cards and maxed every single one of them out, and as near as I can tell, hasn't made a single payment. I just flew him home, and tonight we had an all-out brawl with me telling him how exhausted I am from work. And now I'm going to have to sell some stocks to bail him out because I don't have $25,000 in cash. He started crying and telling me how sorry he was, and I thought we were having something of a moment. So I started crying and told him how much I hated my job and how I wanted to go work at the coffee shop and what that would mean for him. Well, instead of having an ounce of sympathy, he exploded on me that if I quit and cut him off, I wouldn't be able to pay for his debt, and I would be breaking my promise that I'd made to him since his dad died. The timing is not correct, but he is correct that I made the promise. He has a terrific way of making me feel horribly guilty, and I let him run all over me in the argument. He went slamming doors all around the house, got in touch with his high school friends, and I'm not sure if he's coming home. I feel so stuck. I know that my alarm is going to go off at 5:15 and I'll be driving to a job I hate. I guess to wrap this up, would I be the asshole if I just quit tomorrow and cut him off?